Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at another Kiwi and Bacon creation. We are back with the Murloc Priest. This is version 2, or Mark 2, of the Murloc Priest. It's gone through a couple of changes. If you haven't seen the Murloc Priest before, you can go check out my other video or Kiwi's videos on the deck. It's a pretty sweet one. It focuses on, being a really aggressive Murloc deck in Priest, so we get to have a lot of the other interesting Priest minions, the kind of chunky Northshire clerics, and some interesting buff cards like Extra Arms, as well as some cool tech cards like Master Spell, and of course we have Shadow Ascendant in here, which is one of the amazing aggressive Priest cards that often doesn't get to see a lot of play because Priest is often that that control deck or that combo deck. So I won't go through all the individual card choices here, but what I will go through is a couple of the changes from the previous version. So what's been cut from this deck is we've lost one of the Extra Arms, and we've also lost a couple of the one-ofs. So we've lost the Holy Nova, the Tortolan Shellraiser, and the Cult Master. So we're minus 4 cards, and instead what we've got in here is 2 Radiant Elementals and 2 Shadow Visions. So even though Extra Arms was actually one of the more surprising cards when we played the deck last time. It was a real high performer, gave us a lot of grindiness, really helped us in those situations where, I guess because we don't have a lot of card draw in the deck, we were actually, having one card that counts as 2 was a really big deal, even if that one card on its own is not particularly powerful. So cutting down the Extra Arms is interesting, but because of these Shadow Visions, it essentially gives us extra copies of Extra Arms, and also gives us added utility of being able to find more Master Spells, as that was a card that kind of was pretty important, or having a silence effect was pretty important. It also lets us find more Mind Blasts for a bit more reach, potentially more Shadow Visions if we wanted to reroll that, or more Power Word Shield to help us make our board a bit thicker and draw some more cards, get some more consistency going on there. And obviously Radiant Elemental goes fantastic with Shadow Visions. It's also another 2-drop that is pretty must answer. Like we've got a lot of threats in these 1 and 2-drop slots that kind of have to die, or else they will do quite a lot of damage. So very keen on that. And also Radiant Elemental goes well with Mirage Caller. Another nice little interaction there. So without further ado, we'll jump into some games, see if we can have a better performance than last time. But yeah, let's check out Murloc Priest 2.0. Alright, up against the Hunter. I do like Northshire Cleric, Radiant Elemental, Northshire Cleric, Radiant Elemental, Shadow Visions. We'll send this Bluger Warrior back. Nice, Shadow Ascendant's a good pickup here too. So especially if our opponent has a weaker start, like a turn 1 tracking, we might be able to get out a little bit ahead of them.
Is someone injured?
Candle Shot. Interesting.
You are the shadow. Right away.
I'm not sure. I think if this is maybe like if it is Death Rattle, then maybe we want to find some more Mind Blasts or something. Is that a thing that we want to do? Like, we could keep Shadow Visionsing for a Master Spell, but they're already gonna get one off, so maybe we just still keep looking for it.
Do my right away.
Quickly.
Okay, flanking strike here. So we can actually master spell for... Oh my gosh.
Do my right away.
Okay, that's not the worst buff. It means okay. Especially against what we were trying to do, which is essentially go round our opponent. See if we can roll up a Divine Shield. Or +3 health.
I must consider.
Go for the Divine Shield here because it stops the healing. Though the +3 health would be better for this Oracle. Oh, do they have Rexar? Ugh. Okay. Alright. Alright, Megazord. It's up to you. Maybe this second one. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O indeed. I mean, it's more the immediate thing of Rexar, like the Builder Beast is always going to kill us in the late game. But it's the next couple of turns where if they are going to try and build a beast and they don't find anything immediately relevant, I think we have a chance. So, you know, looking for maybe Poisonous Charge or maybe like a big taunt or something. Just something frustrating. Okay, well that's pretty frustrating. Show me the Poisonous. There it is. Alright, let's see what that beast was. I mean, especially if their plan is to hide behind some big taunts. That Poisonous is obviously a fantastic roll. Okay, this is good. They're trying to dig for more answers, but especially at 6 mana. What would you be looking for? You could get the Rush Poisonous Spider and the Dragon Hook? No, it doesn't. That doesn't have 6 toughness. Yes! Got it. That feels good. It's some redemption for all the other games. Woo!
The light shall bring
Okay.
victory.
Here is the Murloc Priest, and this is a really tough mulligan. Obviously Tidecaller is great, and Northshire Cleric's great. I think what we'll do is we'll keep this. If it's Zoolock, we definitely want to play... we would probably want to play Northshire Cleric first. If it's maybe something a bit more passive, or if it is Zoolock but they start with like a Void Walker, then we can go for the Tidecaller. And if it's Zoolock and they play a Flame Imp on turn 1, just have a bit of a cry. And that's okay. It's okay to cry. Oh no. Okay. That's good. So we can open up with the North Strike Cleric here. And potentially go into like a Shadow Ascendant. Get a buff on a cleric.
In the light's name.
Uh-oh.
Why
Oh.
do you call?
You are the Shadow's puppet.
This is pretty bad, fam. It's pretty bad. Especially if our opponent has this Soulfire and lets it rip here. You know, we lose this, lose this. Enchanted double trade.
It's playtime.
Okay.
I must consider.
Right away.
Yeah, this is the exact situation we were facing last time with the deck, and I think that the changes don't really do anything to. Whilst I think the deck might be a bit more powerful, the changes that were made don't do anything to fix the situation. One of the major downsides of the deck, which was that it doesn't compete on board very well. That once you start losing board, you start losing the game. This is a fungal enchanter. Oh gosh.
Stop copying me!
We're also at this point now where we just get wrecked by the Warlock hero power, where our opponent could feasibly just life tap every turn, and they'll always still be ahead on board.
Mushroom power.
Not today.
You have best.
We even had the prime selection of 2 1-drops. Still just got dunked, so back to the drawing board.
Versus Tyrande.
Alright, Priest Mirror.
You give me strength.
The light shall bring victory.
So I think I'll send this Radiant Elemental back because we really want to hit the Rock Pool Hunter, even Shadow Ascendant, especially on the play. And we don't have... In order for this Radiant Elemental to be good, we'd preferably want to have a spell with it, so... Send these 2 back. Hopefully we can hit Rock Pool Hunter, Shadow Ascendant. Yep. Kind of hope this isn't Mechathune Priest. So I think a card like Dead Ringer does a lot of work against us. Now next turn, if we're going to go for Mirage Caller, are we going to go for Shadow Ascendant or Tide Caller? Tide Caller is better with the Cold Light Seer. Okay, we're going to go for the Tide Caller now. Or a War Leader.
Do my bidding.
So we just got to be careful for turn 6, because turn 6 is coin Psychic Scream.
Do you like to play with fire?
Oh dear. Okay, it doesn't kill everything. We do have this Cold Light Seer. Well, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Now our opponent has to have Duskbreaker. They'll know Spirit Lash, that's a big heal. I think we could definitely kind of tell that they had a Spirit Lash in hand given what they did with the Pyro. But I think this is lethal if we copy our
What is real?
Copy our boy here. Whew! Tasty. Nice. This is pretty good. Like, obviously, the kind of decks that we want to prey on are slower control or combo decks where we can have a really punchy start, and where our 1 and 2 drops can go kind of untouched in the early game and really let us snowball. So, honestly, I like the changes to the deck. I think the Radiant Elemental with the Shadow Visions definitely helped out. I think that having more of those kind of silver bullet options is really good. Maybe the only thing that I'd like to experiment with is maybe cutting this Mass Dispel for a Silence, just regular old Silence, this bad boy. Now that we have Shadow Visions in here, just because I think on the turns where we're really trying to be effective are like all the way up to maybe turn 6, possibly 7. And I think for a lot of those turns, especially if we're also trying to deploy threats and stuff, just having the ability to go Shadow Visions for 2, Silence for 0, as opposed to having to go Shadow Visions for 2, Mass Dispel for 4, that's 6 mana, and you're doing not much else with it. Obviously, when you have Radiant Elementals in play, it's different, but you know, the majority of the cases when you play Shadow Visions, you're not going to have Radiant Elemental in play. So I think a card like Silence could be pretty good. And if we're seeing a lot more of those minion based matchups, maybe even Shadow Word Pain, like a one-off Shadow Word Pain in here to go fetch out. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the deck. I know I certainly did. Big shout outs to KiwiiNBacon, of course. Lovely person, fantastic deck builder. Go check out their content, of course. Go check out their other video on Murloc Priest. All the links are down in the description if you are watching on YouTube. Link over to the Hearthstone articles there. Go over there, give it a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment, as I know you will. My links are down in the description as well. And until next time, stay safe, stay wavy. Magurgalug, bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.